In the realm of true crime and entertainment, few stories have captured public fascination as deeply as the case of Lyle and Eric Menendez. The brothers shocked America when they were convicted of murdering their wealthy parents in 1989, a brutal crime that was dissected on talk shows, in courtrooms, and through endless media coverage. Yet, in recent years, the narrative surrounding the Menendez brothers has shifted. Notably influenced by an unlikely advocate, Kim Kardashian. Kim Kardashian, a global pop culture icon and criminal justice reform advocate, has been instrumental in drawing renewed attention to the Menendez case, not just as a sensational crime story, but as a complex case of alleged abuse, trauma, and the flaws of the justice system. What's more surprising is how Kardashian managed to convince renowned television producer and creator Ryan Murphy, the man behind iconic series like American Horror Story and The People v. O.J. Simpson, that the Menendez brothers deserve a second look, and perhaps even their freedom. Kim Kardashian's journey from celebrity to justice advocate. Kim Kardashian's transformation from reality TV star to a formidable criminal justice reform advocate is well documented. After dedicating herself to studying law and advocating for clemency and prison reform, Kardashian has helped secure the release of several individuals she believes were wrongfully imprisoned or unfairly sentenced. Her high-profile involvement lends weight and urgency to cases often overlooked by the media. It was this platform and dedication that brought the Menendez case back into focus for many, including Ryan Murphy. Kardashian approached the story not as a mere scandal but as a painful example of how the legal system sometimes fails victims of abuse. The Menendez case, more than a murder story for decades. The narrative was straightforward. Two brothers brutally killed their parents to inherit a fortune. The prosecution painted them as cold-blooded killers, and the public largely agreed. However, during the trials, the defense revealed a darker side. The brothers claimed they were subjected to years of horrific sexual and emotional abuse by their father, Jose Menendez, a successful entertainment executive. Despite the defense's arguments, the brothers were convicted and sentenced to life in prison without parole. Over time, critics and advocates have questioned the fairness of the trial, the adequacy of mental health considerations, and whether justice was truly served. Kim Kardashian became fascinated by these complexities and saw the case as emblematic of a broader systemic failure to protect abuse survivors who defend themselves. How Kardashian reached out to Ryan Murphy. Murphy is known for his passion for true crime stories, often exploring the gray areas of justice, morality, and human nature in his productions. Kardashian, recognizing Murphy's influence and storytelling prowess, saw an opportunity to shift the cultural conversation about the Menendez brothers. The two met through mutual connections in the entertainment industry, and Kardashian presented a compelling case. She shared extensive research, personal letters, legal documents, and interviews that shed light on the abuse allegations and the brothers' psychological state at the time of the killings. Kardashian's approach was not just emotional but deeply factual and strategic. She emphasized the need to humanize the Menendez brothers and explore their story through a lens of trauma and survival rather than simple criminality. Murphy's changing perspective. Initially, Ryan Murphy, like much of the public, viewed the Menendez brothers as villains. However, after engaging with Kardashian and reviewing the materials she provided, his perspective evolved. Murphy recognized that the story was much more complex than the headlines suggested. The intersection of wealth, privilege, abuse, and mental health made the case ripe for a nuanced retelling that could challenge public perceptions and possibly influence the justice system. Murphy began working with Kardashian to develop a project that would dramatize the Menendez brothers' story with empathy and insight, highlighting the alleged abuse and the failings of their trial. The goal was not to absolve the brothers entirely, but to ask hard questions about justice and mercy. The role of media in shaping justice narratives. Kardashian and Murphy understood the power of media to reshape public opinion. Through television and social platforms, they could highlight the brothers' humanity and the systemic issues behind their conviction. Kardashian's own platform amplified the cause, while Murphy's storytelling expertise ensured the narrative was compelling and thought-provoking. The renewed media interest has spurred debates about clemency and parole, encouraging lawmakers and legal experts to reconsider the severity of the Menendez brothers' sentences. Public reaction and controversy. Kardashian and Murphy's advocacy for the Menendez brothers has sparked controversy. Many still see the brothers as cold killers undeserving of sympathy. Critics argue that revisiting the case risks glorifying violent crime. However, advocates stress that the goal is justice, not excusing crime. They emphasize the importance of recognizing trauma and mental health in criminal cases and ensuring sentences reflect these complexities. What's next for the Menendez brothers? Thanks to Kardashian's influence and Murphy's storytelling, there is growing momentum for legal review. Petitions for clemency and parole hearings have gained traction, and new psychological evaluations are underway. Whether the Menendez brothers will ultimately be freed remains uncertain, but Kardashian's role in sparking this movement demonstrates the potential for celebrity advocacy to impact the justice system in profound ways. Conclusion: Kim Kardashian's efforts to convince Ryan Murphy that the Menendez brothers deserve a chance at freedom reflect a broader cultural shift in how society views crime, punishment, and rehabilitation. By leveraging her platform and Murphy's creative influence, Kardashian has helped transform a decades-old murder case into a conversation about trauma, justice, and mercy. Their collaboration exemplifies the power of storytelling to challenge perceptions and potentially change lives one high-profile case at a time.